Welcome to EuroC Sucks, the weekly podcast where we review and critique best and the worst fan created original characters from the My Little Pony fandom. This show is unscripted and unfiltered, so, minor language may be used. We sometimes swear things. If you're fucking sensitive like that, get the hell out. As well, this show can be a little heavy on the critique at times. That being said, if you're really easily offended, don't watch. If not, feel free to join us for this week's show. This is episode 85 for October 30th, 2015. This week, it's the return of the Spoopy Ponies Electric 2 Boogaloo. My name is Mummified Thunderbirds. I'm the host and show manager. I'm joined by...
Mustn't run away. I'm Commander Sparkle. Assistant Project fucking useless.
I'm Eddie Bobo, and I'm already a demon.
And I'm Smooth Sailing, and I'm the editor, working my stray dog strut.
This week, like I said, we're looking at crazy spooky ponies, and I can't keep this up. Let's take a look at fan art, because we actually haven't talked about our fan art in forever.
I'm just gonna go right into Halloween stuff. Xena Lolly made a Halloween piece for us, and she made me Ray, and it's great and adorable and topical to the fact that I'm just Shinji things, yeah. It's adorable. I love Xena.
And I am the best power stealer ever.
I love how Yoxina, her poppy palette, is a red and black alicorn.
She's a cute.
She's still better than, or I still like it more than most red and black.
I also like how her cutie mark is a skull and crossbones, but rainbow.
Wait,
Yeah.
am I supposed to be Mad Max?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You're freaking kidding me.
No, because we go back and forth on Tumblr all the time, and we literally do nothing but reblog each other's Mad Max stuff. Oh my god.
You're freaking kidding me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, with speaking of spooky, scary things, we were the 7 deadly sins or something.
Yeah.
So many of them were so spot on, and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah. It's really true.
Especially Commander's, because he's a freaking slob.
Fuck
Ew.
You wish you could eat as much as I could.
I'm glad I can't.
I like the idea of me being Pride. I mean, I'm sort of like, I'm seeing like the other stupid sins in me, but then I'm like, no, Pride. Pride is pretty much most.
I would nail you down to Pride.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, I really do. Man, Envy. That one's the most indicative for me. I approve.
You know what? Which one I never would have expected though? Medis.
Yeah, man. I wonder why he's sloth. I just don't get it.
Though seriously, Yoxina is Wrath. I don't know why, but I love that.
Yeah, it just works. It just works so well for some unknown reason.
Yoxina is obviously Yandere for us.
Oh god.
Yes. I mean, no,
but yes.
We need to transition into what this show is actually about. Constructive criticism of My Little Pony OC character things.
Constructive.
Yes, constructive.
Criticism.
Exactly. So, this week, like I said, we're talking about spoopy ponies. The ponies that give you the spoops.
The spooksters.
And because the holiday that's going to be coming up, and Nightmare Night, and the Halloween and whatnot. Rolling the die of candy, it rolled a 1. So that means I get to go first this week. We are going to take a look at what I brought. This is Thanatos, the newer version that Zao Dragon commissioned by somebody, Cosmic Lullaby. I think, yeah, Cosmic Lullaby, and it says in the description. And the thing with Thanatos is they are an Alicorn of Death, or the Lord of Death. And they obviously, well, not obviously, but their age is unknown. And they are sort of the person that, like, escorts spirits to the afterlife, so to speak. I mean, like, think like sort of the Davy Jones sort of thing that, like, just brings people on to the afterlife, or just kind of, like, says, okay, guys, move along. We gotta go. The whole entire premise of this pony is that whole idea that they need to take these spirits and say, okay, move along to the afterlife before they start, like, hanging around too long and going, like, feral. so to speak, or like actually like malevolent as it describes in the description. And it's like before they go bad, pretty much. And so yeah.
I mean, it's not the most original idea, but I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, the concept and idea is sort of okay for the world of ponies, obviously. It's one of these things that's like, okay, yeah, all right, that's a thing. That's something that we haven't seen, so, yep.
Wait,
You could definitely make an OC out of that.
why is there this addition of it's speculated that modern-day healing magic is a offshoot of the now forbidden necromancy? What's that all about?
I don't know.
That seems added in unnecessarily.
Yeah. I guess it gives a little bit of backstory to, like, the world that this pony lives in.
It's like
Or not lives in.
that
Used to
he
live
Exists.
that his necromantics
Well,
aren't necessarily all bad.
He started studying necromancy when he was a unicorn.
So this guy is older than so this guy didn't just start as Death. He was upgraded.
No,
to
he was a regular unicorn, interested in the dead. Sort of eventually got involved in necromancy, I guess, somehow. Also, he awoke to discover his cutie mark. So I'm not sure if that means that he got his cutie mark in his sleep, or
I don't like that.
if he just didn't realize it until he woke up the next day. If it's the former, yeah, that's
That's almost as bad
lazy
as like
writing.
having amnesia.
It's just not that good of writing. Like there's. Because cutie marks mean something in the universe of My Little Pony. And even though, obviously this takes place at a different time, cutie marks still mean something. So,
It was a different time, it was a different place, it was a different kind of questry back then. People
shut
were
the
all...
fuck up. The fucking universe still works the same, functions the same. It's not specified as a drastically differing AU. It's obviously an AU in the fact that this concept doesn't exist in the show, but it's... Other than things specified here, it fits within the constraints of what we know.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much the backstory and whatnot. I want to talk about what this pony looks like. And I like what they're going for here. Like, it's not pretty. It's not
It's
necessarily...
very edgy, and it doesn't make me think of Death. It makes me think of a zombie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because Death I see as a more... either a skeleton in a robe, obviously, that's the generic one, or of a more elegant-looking person. Because you're supposed to be appealing to the dead. You're the guiding hand. You're the person, the last thing the spirit sees before they move on. And you're gonna look like fucking shit.
You're gonna look like what they're gonna look like after, like, a couple of weeks of decomposing.
Spirits don't bleed. I mean, I guess he's bleeding, but who did this to him? Where did these injuries come from?
Fighting back malicious spirits?
He's an alicorn.
Yes,
A
yes.
A lot of malicious spirits?
He has healing
He's
magic.
An alicorn.
I mean, I understand what you want to go for with your aesthetic design. You want to make a creepy looking dude. You want to make, and you gave him the death icon. But I personally, I'm biased here because I personally either see a personification of death as a spooky skeleton in a robe, or a very elegant gentleman.
The hell's that cutie mark?
Yeah, the cutie mark is really weird, and I don't like it. I take honestly a lot more problems with the story, just because a lot of things just don't make sense, and they just sort of just like, hey, here's these things. And it's like, hey, he got his cutie mark in his sleep, and then he started teaching everybody about dark magic or necromancy, and then things.
Was there death before this?
There was always death.
Yes. So pretty much what it sounds like from reading through it is that after he taught a bunch of unicorns necromancy, it disrupted the cycle of life and death, which then after it sort of came to a bit of a halt, and then to fix it, he ended up having to sacrifice himself to in some way,
Edgy.
shape, or form, and do some other things.
That's pretty
Bit
edgy, bro.
It's reasonable.
Atoning for your sins.
It at least that part at least makes some sense. I don't personally like it that much, but I mean, it fits with what they're going for the character.
Yeah.
I think this was a good concept for a pony. I like how spooky it sort of looks, though obviously, like we said, the cutie mark kind of stands out a little bit too much, but I like the idea of there being a death alicorn. But there are obviously some things that could be still fixed and tweaked about it. But in the meantime, we're going to move on to the next reviewer, which rolled a 4. So that means Smooth gets to go next.
Now, forewarning, Smooth doesn't celebrate Halloween, so as per that, I didn't get a very Halloween-y or spooky pony. This is Amaya. Amaya has an incredibly severe case of insomnia, where it's not the inability to sleep completely, it's just a lot of times. So she's completely unable to function at some points because she just hasn't been able to sleep for so long sometimes. She goes... And obviously this is a very, very big thing for her, and her father was an adventurer, kind of left off in life. He never came back. Mother, distraught by that, and by the fact that Amaya was so dysfunctional, sort of kind of ran off herself. Amaya was like, screw this, I'm out. Went into the Everfree Forest, and then trained for years under a certain master Cuff. It doesn't actually state who, so I'm okay with that.
At least I like though that it's like, wait, never mind. I was looking. I saw. Wait, no, yeah, she moved to Ponyville near the outskirts of the Everfree Forest, but not near Fluttershy. I find that interesting. Yeah.
She went to the Everfree Forest, found a master healer there, and begged, pleaded, and eventually got teaching for brewing and
herbalism?
Yeah, that one. And alchemy and stuff. And makes remedies from herbs and things.
Cool.
She's obviously been trying very hard to get that, help against her incredibly bad insomnia. Hasn't gotten that perfect yet. She's been able to, help with it, sort of, but not completely cure it. A lot of time passed, and then she eventually moved back. She refound her mother, who had adopted a little brother for Amaya then. And he was, at one point, having some sleeping problems, so she's just like, dude, that's, really minor. I solved that, years ago. Made a remedy, and then was just like, oh. And then he slept, and then she got a cutie mark, and was like, cool. And then moved on with her life.
Okay.
Why?
Wait, what? Oh.
Seriously. She cured someone else's, having trouble sleep one night and got a cutie mark. She still has insomnia.
But why?
Well,
I'll continue
I don't find that inconsistent, considering the fact that hers is an incredibly extreme case, and that was just, I'm having a little trouble sleeping tonight. And she's been trying specifically to get rid of sleeping problems completely. So she has had some success, just not enough for herself.
I guess.
Because she's such an extreme case. So she's been making money with remedies and stuff that she learned more than just the sleeping ones, obviously, in those years. So she's been making money off that. Also still trying to figure out how to freaking cure her own, with her master's help and a chemist's help and freaking what the hell ever. Please. Because of her incredible insomnia, she is pretty lazy. Chill. A go with the flow kind of thing. Pretty unmotivated. But kind of inventive. Witty, funny. And she likes making others feel at ease, and she's a good teacher of herbs and stuff because she's been doing it for years and years straight. A weakness is, however, that she's very difficult to get motivated herself. Because why do things when you don't have the energy to do them?
Oh.
I feel like that's probably one of the greatest flaws I've seen in a character.
Yeah.
Could do things. Nah.
It's a pretty realistic one.
She likes sleeping when she can. And she likes beds and blankets and isolated areas and calming things and dark areas and some alcohol and sloths. And she likes to drool in her sleep as well as cuddle her pillow in the fetal position.
Oh. I know that feeling.
Yeah,
All too well.
it's good shit.
This pony needs sleep.
Yeah.
They do.
I think they did a pretty good job taking that character, building it pretty much entirely around a single concept, but making it seem like still a well-developed character, not something that, I mean, sure, like, most things are, like, tie around to the whole sleep thing, but it doesn't feel as forced as with a lot of characters where it's, like, about one thing, and you're like, okay, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, because this is thing that people have. And apparently, well, I mean, is more like you can actually do something about it in the world of Equestria, whereas in our world it would just be, yeah, like freaking have the experts do it. Freaking they haven't yet. Okay, too bad. Sucks to suck. She's freaking cute.
Yeah.
Freaking cute, oh my goodness.
That's cute.
Also, I love the color palette.
Yeah.
And look, the background is orange and black. For Smooth's very, very not Halloween. Sorry. Also, I freaking love her piercing orange eyes. They're just so good.
Yeah, no, I like that, and then the accent of the orange also with the bow.
Works together so well.
Yeah. Good,
Beautiful.
Good colors.
Good colors.
I also love her freaking wavy mane.
Also love the fact that she kind of has, bags under her eyes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
she should.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that one where she's eating the donut, and then it cuts to the next one where she's still eating the donut, but she's like, it looks like she's trying to hide the fact, like. "Mm."
I don't think she's actually eating the donut in that one. I think that's just a puffy cheek.
Oh.
I don't like you or anything, Baka.
Yeah.
I just assumed she was eating the donut.
I like the inclusion of the mom in this character piece. I mean, she definitely stands out, but I mean, it's like something fun that you don't get a lot of family in character pieces.
I would disagree that you don't get a lot, but this is still nice.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of out of place considering the fact that it's Amaya's character sheet. Though, to play against myself, I suppose, she's in here about as much as she was actually here for her daughter.
Hey-oh.
Oh!
I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the darkest color in the mane.
It doesn't look bad, though. If it were done in show style, it would look a little bit weird if it was that dark.
Yeah.
Thank you, Smooth, for doing that, or talking about that, OC. In the meantime, let's move on to the next one. That rolled a 4. That rolled a 3. So, looks like we're going to take a look at what Medi brought to the party. So, Medi!
I brought Spirit Heart by Zelta Zelly.
Zelta Zella.
Is it Zelta Zella?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's on the page, man.
Zelta Zella. And your cutie mark is a planchetta? Is that how it's supposed to be pronounced?
Probably Planchette.
Planchette. Or the pointer on a Ouija board. Her personality is calm, tired. Yeah, she's very enthusiastic when you talk about spiritual stuff in front of her. And she's also a loner.
Man, talking about things that you like in front of people that don't really seem like they do a lot ever, and then they all of a sudden become very vibrant on that one subject that they actually really like a lot. Man, I've not heard that ever. And I've definitely not partaken in that fact myself, ever. Nope.
What?
Now, some of her I don't really like about her backstory. Like one of the random facts they have here is that she is good enough at black magic that she is able to summon little demons to help her. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. She is scared of nothing apart of her hallucinations during her sleep paralysis, and we'll get to that in just a moment. She loves roses, cats, and crows.
In that order?
Specifically that order.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she has tattoos of roses on her.
Yeah.
Oh, sick! Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does. Don't ask how it works. She's a horse. It just
and then
does.
Cats and roses are actually, you know, like, freaking...
The same
what are they
thing.
called? No, they're occultish things.
Oh, yeah.
They have occultish connotations.
Yeah, so is crows. Crows are like... I mean, hell, a group of crows is a murder.
Medi, I said cats and crows.
Oh, I heard cats and roses.
I heard cats and roses.
Did I say roses? Because roses don't.
I was kind of confused.
Because roses have nothing to do with it.
I was kind of confused by that, so...
She can't see ghosts. She can listen to them through her Ouija board, though. I think the word listen is used wrong here. Unless she actually hears their voice.
Well,
But she can decipher what they're saying.
Communicate with.
Yeah, she can communicate with them by using her Ouija board. Anyways, she was the daughter of two brilliant doctors. Actually, it's not really that brilliant. They're specialized in sleep. Spirit immediately became interested in lucid dreaming, so she tried to lucid dream every night. She kept dream journals, like they say, and she would sleep only at specific times. And as soon as she did get her first lucid dream, she also experienced the first aspect of sleep paralysis, which is one of the most terrifying things to her.
Yeah. Sleep paralysis can be absolutely terrifying.
But it also sparked her interest in the dead and supernatural. The way she got her cutie mark, I'm not too big of a fan of, but it's definitely a weird idea on a cutie mark. She got it after she was going through a bunch of spooky stuff, and then all of a sudden, she was possessed by an angry spirit.
Oh no.
Her parents had no idea what to do, so they just hired an exorcist. And after a long, long exorcism, she woke up with her cutie mark. Despite this experience, she finds being possessed and talking to spirits really fun.
So, did she find her love in that one spirit? Does she have, like, Stockholm Syndrome now?
Maybe she's...
Except with instead of being kidnapped, her body is being held hostage?
Maybe it's like a worldly talent of being a good vessel. Because, I mean, like, I guess that'd be actually
Her
a pretty
cutie mark
interesting
is
way
a
of thinking
heart.
about it. No, her cutie mark is the Ouija board thing.
A heart shape.
Okay, yeah, she loves it. And maybe she's also really good at being a person who decipher the dead stuff. Maybe she can be possessed multiple times. She's a really good vessel, maybe. Which, honestly, I like that idea.
I think it's a cool kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I don't want to say a cult, because that'd be weird. I don't think that does justice for what this kind of pony is, but it's a fun spiritual pony.
It's this fun, spooky type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely not quite a cult, because a cult has very specific connotations.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
She summons spirits.
yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? Like, freaking... The Book of Black Magic on it
Yes.
has the freaking summoning circle on the front of it. The hell else do you want?
Actually...
Her summoning demons specifically?
Oh, she does summon demons specifically.
That's true.
Freaking! The hell
okay.
you want?
Okay,
It's
it
a
is
cult!
It is okay. Then with that details, then yes, she is definitely a cult pony.
Let's move on to her aesthetics. I really like them. I also like how they have a when possessed looking face, even though it looks like her teeth go black.
I'm confused by some of the markings on her body, like the roses like tattoo thing. Yeah. But some of the other like the like circles with the dashes and the like.
I think those are supposed to be shading points, like where her.
No.
Ah. I
It
don't
look-
think so,
I could buy-
considering the fact that she actually has shading.
I could buy shading if it was just done like with
True,
the,
but
when
her shading
possessed
is
one.
inconsistent.
If it,
Yeah, her shading is inconsistent. Like, her back legs are shaded completely, and her head creates a shadow on her neck.
Well, no, that and also like the shading in her eyes and her back ear have the lines.
it's just really weird, and I don't understand it.
Like the only thing I really don't understand was the bottom part where they have pink things.
Also, I love her color palette. It's freaking beautiful.
It's a really good color palette. I really.
Oh my goodness.
I also can't tell if like on her human form if she has like a band-aid on her elbow.
No, I think that's those same circle things.
No, but
Well,
there's
there is one of
No,
those
like-
circle things, but there's also
Yeah.
what looks like a band-aid on the elbow next to the circle thing.
so like
Yeah,
I can imagine that she got it like skateboarding, but she was too tired to stay on the board and just like collapsed.
Yo, I was doing some sick grinds
She got
today.
possessed while
Wait,
skateboarding.
you skateboard? No, that's why she was skateboarding, because she was possessed!
Any other points, comments, concerns about this pony before we move on to final thoughts?
She's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Great. Moving on. Commander. Pony.
Oh, man. This is Guillotine, or technically, I guess the English pronunciation is technically Guillotine, but Guillotine is how I'm going to pronounce it, because Guillotine sounds stupid. They're dead, if you couldn't have guessed from the picture.
What?
And the fact,
I don't get it.
And the fact that their head is literally disconnected from their body. For the bio, pretty much sort of goes back to a legend, and Guillotine was actually he was the royal executioner in France, and he specialized in working in the guillotine and torturing criminals. But actually, when in his spare time, he was actually a serial killer.
So wait, why is this your good?
'Cause spoops.
Probably by the top line being 4 straight things of not meant to be canon.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not a show universe pony. This is a spoopy pony. Outside of his work, he sort of would hunt people down, and he targeted. He's kind of a dick. He would target mostly the homeless and the elderly, people who couldn't really help themselves, and bring them to his basement and torture him, and then cut their heads off with the guillotine. But for many years, people didn't really. They knew something was kind of up, because people were just, disappearing, but nobody really thought about it too much. But then after a few years, he got caught, and then he was found guilty and sentenced to be publicly stoned and decapitated. How fitting. He never denied his crimes, and he took his injuries with pride, because he was very proud in his work as a serial killer. And so then now this story of Guillotine is told as a ghost story to tourists within France, and he did it, but he also did actually exist, and his story is true, and now he's a ghost that wanders around, but he's not physically allowed or able to harm people, so now he just sort of goes around and fucks with people and just plays pranks and messes with people's heads and stuff like that, scaring them, because it's the best he can do. Maybe he could scare one of them dead one day. He can have dreams. But he's after sitting there and not being dead for a while, he's not quite as malicious anymore. He's just sort of in it for the thrills. But yeah, this is the pony.
Obviously, I would have an issue if this person was going for an in-canon thing. This kind of just feels like spooky to be spooky.
It kind of is. It's kind of just spooks.
Yay, what I hate about Halloween. Why I wasn't on the last Halloween episode.
Yeah, you're a nerd. Moving on to the aesthetics. I don't super like the aesthetics. I like the art, and I think the art's pretty good. But the dark.
Really, the only thing I can say is the guillotine's consistent.
With actual ones.
Yeah, it comes down in a curve.
Yeah, angle for the colors and stuff. If this wasn't sort of just a spooky pony, I'd find them a little bit less like them quite as much, but I think that they work pretty well for the character and how they sort of how it fits within the theme of what this is, and I don't know. I like it.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it fits with the kind of creepy serial killer thing.
If those colors were on a normal pony, I'd be kind of a little bit like, but I think here they're fine.
I really like this pony. I like the colors. I like that cutie mark. That cutie mark is super fun, although a little over detailed. If I think I know what Many feels like.
Yeah, the blood splatter's a bit much.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much to say about this pony. I mean, I think that the aesthetics work pretty well for what they're going for. I like the story, and I think that as something that's not canon, but just like making a story that's just like this, like kind of creepy pony thing. Like, I don't know, I liked it. It was good. Works really well for a spoopy pony episode.